What's up, guys? This is Jess with Offbeat Life, and I am so excited to bring you guys our September budget report. It was a awesome month. So much better than I anticipated it being. Just probably at the beginning to mid-August. I didn't think it was going to be a very good month, but I ended up just absolutely busting my butt and finding any possible work to do, and it ended up being a really awesome month. So let's jump in here. So cleaning for the vet hospital, I budgeted $245. I did a little bit extra and made $256, so I was over by $11.05 there. For RJ's 10% contribution is $269.30. There keeps being this penny difference that keeps showing up, so it was $269.31. So the difference here is going to be slightly inflated because I originally anticipated about my baseline that I generally expect to bring in from merchandising is about $160 every 2 weeks. And as work orders are increased and as I pick up extra work, it goes up from there. And a lot of times I'll have an idea of what a month will look like shortly before that month starts, because I can see ahead 3 to 4 weeks of what my work orders are going to be. But there's also a lot of change. Other work orders will show up. Times will change, so there's a lot of variables involved in my scheduling. But I never really adjusted September before the month started, so I just left it at that 160 every 2 weeks. Clearly, I made a ton more. Now, there were a couple weeks where just our basic work was heavier than usual, and then on top of that, I picked up work, like I've been saying, outside of the area, so anywhere from an hour to 2 hours away from home. I've been helping other stores that don't have a representative. So I budgeted for $480 because it was a 3-paycheck month on that rotation, and I ended up bringing in $1,554.54, which was $1,074.54 more than I had planned as a baseline. So that was super exciting to me, obviously. This here, ATN, stands for Across the Nation, and that is a I think they work with some models, but they also work mostly with brand ambassadors, which is basically you show up for a gig, you put on a shirt or something with the logo of the client, and you do whatever they ask you to. And I found this actually on Craigslist because the first weekend after I was done with the Renaissance Fair, I didn't have any scheduled work and I didn't know what to do with myself. So I found this in short notice, and so I did one day. I worked for them. We were selling Spectrum cable on a college campus, which is not my forte. I don't sell, but it was okay. It was a long day. And then at the end of August and beginning of September was the New York State Fair, and they had a gig working for the iHeart New York client, basically just manning the exhibit. They had these selfie stations where you can take pictures of yourself and it looks like you're at a location. And I was basically just there to make sure no one broke anything and took pictures of people if they wanted me to. It pays really well. Like, it can pay anywhere from at least $16 to $20 an hour for a really simple gig. But it's not common enough to rely on that as like a primary job, but it's a nice side gig, side hustle, and supplement for whenever they have work available. So I didn't know when any of that was going to pay out, but both of those jobs paid out in September. So just for those 2 jobs, I made $572.08. So that was above what I had expected as well, which was really exciting. Then my under-the-table bookkeeping side hustle gig, I budgeted about $80. I was able to bring in $140, so that was $60 over budget there. Again, I still have not gotten back on the M-Turk bandwagon, so I budgeted about $50. I didn't do any M-Turk. I might have maybe $2 that I've earned that I haven't bothered to withdraw. So that was $50 under there, but M-Turk was the last thing on my mind when I was way ahead of budget and picking up a ton of extra work through my merchandising job. So, and then finally, our quarterly payout for the digital reflection thing that we do that attaches to our cable box, that paid out in September, so I made that. So overall, I budgeted $1,174.30, but managed to bring in $2,841.98, which was $1,667.68 over budget. Super, super exciting. So, in terms of expenses, the mortgage was the same as usual, $709.60. I did originally budget $100 gas, but I ended up spending just over $150, so I was $50 over budget there. I wasn't too terribly concerned about it because my income was so high, and a sizable chunk, probably a couple $100 worth of my merchandising income is mileage reimbursement as well as drive time. So all of this is covered in that anyways. The dog and the cats did not need any food. I budgeted about $50 for Gav's fall wardrobe because he's 5 years old, so they need new clothes every year. But I go to the thrift store, Salvation Army, Rescue Mission, to buy his clothes there because I can't. It occurred to me that if he's going through clothes twice a year, a fall wardrobe and a spring wardrobe every year, there's no sense in me buying brand new clothes if he's going to outgrow them in a year. So I just buy secondhand now. It just makes so much more sense, and he doesn't care. He loves it. So we spent $43.04 on new clothes. That was, gosh, what did we get? I think we got two pairs of secondhand pajamas and one pair of new pajamas, as well as maybe 3 shirts, a hoodie, and 2 pairs of pants, I think, a pair of jeans and a pair of khakis. I think that was everything that we got. And of course the brand new pajamas were the most expensive at like maybe $10 here. Oh, and there's also an additional $5 that I just threw into this category for a book order that Gav wanted. I didn't have quite enough left in my miscellaneous, and since I had plenty left over in his clothing budget, I just pulled $5 out of there and ordered a book for him from school. So it was $6.96 under budget there. I picked up my prescription for $10, and then I allotted $10 for miscellaneous, and I spent $6.99 of that on, let's see, a couple different things. A birthday gift for my niece, as well as a gift bag for that. And I stocked up on some eyeliner at the dollar store because it's $1 a piece, so I grabbed like 2 of them. So that was that, and I had $3.01 left in my miscellaneous fund. So overall, I budgeted expenses at $879.60 and spent $919.72. So it was $40.12 over budget, but again, not super worried about that since income was so high. So you can see here I did have a charge on my credit card. At the end of August, I went to spend an evening with my best friend, and we went to get some food, and I realized that I didn't have any money budgeted for going out for that month. So what I decided to do was I put it on my credit card and then expected to pay it off the following month before interest ever capitalized. I think I paid it off within a week of charging it. So I put that in here for $28. And then the rest I initially expected to put about $266.70 towards my student loan, which was less than what my actual minimum payment is. But I was able to put $1,893.89 on my student loan. That was $1,627.19 more than I expected, which brought my balance down to $9,239.19. Not only did I finally break through and drop under the $10,000 mark, I blew past it and I'm already down to $9,200. I'm so excited. I can't deal with it. So super excited to be under $10,000. Super excited to have had a great month and hoping to keep up that momentum. You saw the October preview, and it's looking good. It's already some work orders that I've taken on, some work that I did just over this past weekend. I've already got my income up higher than I initially budgeted for, so hopefully I can keep up this momentum. I'm really excited about how things are going right now. So that is September. Things are looking awesome. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a good one.